This is Brett Crossley with American beat writer Chris Masse for day 2 of our Little League coverage. And after yesterday's games, I just wanted to ask you, Connecticut and Nebraska being losers, do you see any of those teams rebounding and getting back in this tournament?
I like Connecticut's chances. They gave California a great game. California, last 3 teams they sent here have all won the World Championship. So they played them tough. Every time they got back into the game, California got a timely hit or made a big play. But Connecticut was right there with them the whole way. So I think that was a good sign moving forward. And Nebraska took one on the chin against Tennessee, but it was one of those games where, for 5 innings, it was a pretty competitive game. Nebraska, once they had to go to their bullpen, Tennessee opened it up. So, I wouldn't count Nebraska out, but definitely I like Connecticut's chances moving up forward. Keystone lost their first game last year, and they came back, finished 3rd in the country. And Connecticut reminds me a little bit of Keystone, so I like their chances.
And, you talked a little bit about Nebraska getting back into it. What do you think will be the keys, considering this is their first World Series appearance, and obviously they get off to a really good start?
Yeah, it's a great story, them being here. It's quite an accomplishment for them. But like their coach said last night, Brian Reichler said, it's great, it's amazing to be here, but we're here to win. We expect to win, and they can do it. They just, they don't have that power pitcher that's going to go out there and stifle somebody. They don't have a Brockmeyer from Tennessee that's going to strike out 10 guys a game and hit 70 and have a great curve. Their strength is letting the guys hit the ball and letting their solid defense make the plays behind them. If they do that, they can get those bats back to where they were in the Midwest Regionals, where they're scoring runs in bunches. They have a shot. It's going to be tough against Connecticut, but Connecticut used up their ace yesterday, so if they can scratch out a few runs, play that good defense, they've got a shot.
It always seems like one thing with holding pitching is it improvement.
Absolutely.
Now there were some really good performances yesterday. Just talk to me a little bit about Brock Myers and Bradley Smith and their performances.
Brock Myers, I said yesterday, Mitch Rupert asked me, maybe who's the dominant player to watch, and I said Brock Myers, and he proved it last night. He put on quite a show, pitches 4 1/3 innings, only gives up 1 hit, and that's his last 9 1/3 innings. Now going back to Warner Roberts, in the Southeast Final, he's only allowed 1 hit. He struck out about 18 in those 2 games. Throws in the low 70s, has a great curve. So I think he's as good a pitcher as you're going to find on the American side, and he hits too. He went 3 for 4 last night, hit a home run, scored 3 runs. Just a real impressive ball player. Kind of reminds me of Jake Fromm, who was here from Warner Robins last year. And Bradley Smith, boy, he's a man. He's 6'2". I'm looking way up at him. He's standing here at 5'7", but he can play. He's just not one of these big kids who's uncoordinated, hasn't grown into his body yet. Pitched a great game, pitched 4 strong innings, 4 for 4 at the plate with a home run. He's got the whole package, and he will be eligible to pitch, I think, on Sunday because they were able to get him out of there and keep him rested, as will Myers. So you could see those two go head-to-head on Sunday, and that'll be a great game if that's the pitching matchup materializes.
And hopefully, just a side note for Smith, his dad getting stuck at the New York airport, hopefully being able to see it, but still put on a good performance.
Yeah, and at least it was on TV, so I'm sure they have DVDs of it, so he's going to get to see it for years to come.
Yep. And then we talked about those two. What individual performances or individuals are you looking at today to have a great performance?
I think this game, Texas and New Jersey here, Tyler Hitt pitching for Texas, he's got electric stuff for a 12-year-old. I think he's going to be tough for New Jersey to scratch hits out of him. And Zachary Sanchez, first baseman for McAllister Park, San Antonio. He hit over 600 in regionals, so I think he's a player to watch. For New Jersey, top of the order that they have, the pitching they have is really standout. Emil Natty pitched a complete game, 2-hit shutout against Delaware in the Mid-Atlantic final. Anthony Scanelli, he hit over 500 with 3 home runs at regionals. Daniel Ruggiero, he hit 600 at regionals. So they have a lot of guys to keep an eye on too. Should be an entertaining game.
Now you'll see all the American teams today. Has there been any team with the local fans, since there is no Keystone here this year, that they've kind of backed or been supportive of?
I think, you know, if you look behind me, there's a lot of red in the stands right now for Mid-Atlantic, Parsippany, New Jersey team. So they're the closest in terms of geography here. And they have a great fan base to begin with, and I think they'll pick up some local fans too. So I think nothing's going to come close to matching what Keystone did last year, but I think this New Jersey team will be the hometown favorite.
This is Brett Crossley with American beat writer Chris Masse, and we're signing off.